Welcome back. We are on part 3 of our training. We're going to talk about some systems a little bit more. We're going to jump right in, guys. All right, so we're going to keep it moving along. We talked about systems. We talked about STAR and ACE. We're going to talk about the 553 daily formula and AT3 today. What in the world is all of that? All right, so let's move in. AT3 is ask, tool, and third-party validation. This is used when you're thinking, okay, well, how do I share Bravenly? What do I do? What do I say? Some people are like, I get stuck and I don't even share it at all because I don't even know what to say. Some people say too much and it's just verbal diarrhea and they have no idea what they just said at the end of it. So we're going to guide you and give you some structure, and that's what AT3 is. So the first letter, A, stands for ask. You're going to ask somebody to take a look at Bravenly, and it can be as simple as, hey, Tom, are you open to another stream of income? Very simple. It doesn't have to be 17,000 words. It can be very straightforward. If they say yes, you say, okay, I'd love to add you to a page with some information and videos that I think you'd appreciate. Is it okay if I do that? Simple. Another example is, hey, Susie, are you at all open to taking a look at some new supplements I just started taking? I'm really excited about them. If they say yes, awesome. I'd love to add you to a page with some real life testimonials that I know you'd resonate with. Is it okay if I do that? It can be so simple. Now, if these don't sound like you, make them sound like you. Write what does sound like you. We also, inside of ACE, if you scroll down alphabetically, find the message scripts folder. There's a slew of ideas of messages and different things that you can say when you ask about Bravenly. But remember, it can be pretty simple. All right, the T in AT3 stands for tool. You're going to connect them to a tool. All right, this is where they get more information about our products and business opportunity. You are not the tool. You are just the inviter, okay? You're going to invite them to look at tools that are already created for you so that you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to stress about, oh my gosh, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to explain it. What do I say? You don't even have to worry about that. You're in invitation mode, not presentation mode. All right, so remember those 2 pages I was telling you guys about, the sip and share with Bravenly and the partner preview? That's a tool, okay? The pages where people can check out the products and the business. So you're gonna add them to those pages, and then you're gonna tag them in the featured video or welcome post at the top. Under featured tab on both of these, you're gonna see some pinned posts. In the sip and share with Bravenly, there's gonna be a welcome post. Every time you add somebody to that, you're going to tag them in that welcome post right there. It's got updated information, some videos, and it teaches them how to navigate that page so that they can take a look. Anytime a testimonial is posted in there, and I want you to be active in there, anytime you see something posted in there, if you've got a really great win or a great new recipe or something, share that in that page. It is for us, okay? But if you see something that's really interesting that you know your friend Sarah is going to like, you can tag Sarah at any time on different stories or recipes or testimonials. In Partner Preview, same thing. Under the Featured tab, there's going to be videos that are pinned. Go through and watch a couple of those videos. I've got a video in there. A couple of other leaders have videos in there from our team. You can hear their stories, hear what they say, and maybe one of those videos you resonate with, or you know your friend Sarah would resonate with. You can then tag her on that. So you're going to add them to the page and tag them on the welcome video or welcome post or one of the videos in the partner preview right off the top. So that's T of AT3. So what does the 3 mean? 3 is the third party validation, okay? It's basically an additional way that you can share Bravenly with them, an added layer of support to share Bravenly with them. So that could be you starting a conversation after you tag them in that post or that video or that story, okay, to continue that conversation, or you could be sending them a different tool, another tool. So an example convo flow or follow-up might be, hey, Sarah, did you get a chance to watch that video I tagged you in yet? Super simple. You might be going, well, what if they say no? Or what if they say yes? What do I say next? Remember the S folder in ACE. If you go to the business conversation flow, and there's about 7 messages that I told you guys to go through and read, go read that, because you're going to see what the next follow-up message is, depending on what they say back. Yes, I watched it, but I was curious about this. No, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Yes, I watched it, but I had a question. It's got message scripts for you to know what to say next, all right there in that S folder of ACE. Additional tools that you can send are a group chat, phone call, or Zoom with your enroller. So if I enrolled Sarah, I would be her enroller, okay? So if Sarah is then now talking to people about Bravenly and she's like, okay, I've tagged them and add them into these pages. They're wanting to have some more conversations. I feel a little lost, or I don't know what to say. Or maybe it's just, I think it's a good time for her to hear from somebody else. That's when Sarah would loop me in. And basically, Sarah would say, hey, I'm going to start a three-way chat or a group call or maybe a phone call, Zoom, whatever. But a three-way chat is very simple to start. So Sarah would then message her friend that's interested and say, hey, Lauren, I am still new at this. I know you're interested, but my friend Tara, she's been doing this for a while. She knows lots of things. I'm going to loop her in so that we can get your questions answered. See how simple that is? It's not pressure. It's just looping them in. And that third-party validation can be found in three-way chats. You could also tag them in another video, right? I just said that, going through Sip and Share or the partner preview, finding a different post that you know would resonate with so-and-so or so-and-so. Tag them in something different or sending them an in the news press article from Business for Home. We are oftentimes featured in that because we are growing so quickly. So third-party validation, that's the AT3. That's the flow, ask, tool, third party on how to share Bravenly. Now you might be wondering, well, Tara, what do I do every day to make sure that the needle is moving forward in my business? Okay, how do I know what to do? That's the 553. Okay, so as a recap, STAR is how you build your entire business. You're going to share, you're going to track it, you're going to help your customers, you're going to help your brand partners. That's the whole big picture. The AT3 is the small picture, how you share with a specific person. And the 553 breaks it down on daily tasks, okay? So your job is to create curiosity and conversations every day. The more conversations, the more you talk to human beings, the more people are gonna say yes, okay? So 553, start with 5 new conversations every day. And guess what, guys? This isn't about Bravenly. This is just engaging with people naturally. Okay, you're going to start 5 new conversations. Maybe it's on Facebook and you see your friend Jessica. She just took her, son to a soccer camp that looks really cool, and you're looking for the same. Hey, Jess, I just saw that you took, Max to this soccer camp. Can you tell me more about it? Okay, or maybe it's you wanted to reconnect with an old college buddy. Hey, Joe, just thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. Right? Maybe you saw somebody post a recipe or an interesting story or a funny meme. Go in and start conversations with people, not about Bravenly. The next 5 is 5 asks. Okay, that's in the AT3, right? So we're going to do 5 asks every single day. We're going to ask 5 people to take a look at Bravenly. Ask them to see if you could add them into one of our pages. And then 3 follow-ups. If you're doing 553 every day, eventually, mathematically, you're going to have enough people to follow up with. And you'll follow up with 3 people every day on a reasonable timeline. Well, what's a reasonable timeline? We say that if somebody doesn't follow up with you, circle back with them in 2 days. If they don't message you back on that one, follow up in 2 weeks. If they still don't message you back on that one, maybe in 2 months. We don't want to push people or scare people, but let me be honest, people are busy. I'm busy. I'm a mom of 5, pregnant with my 6th. We homeschool. I've got my husband here. We got a farm. It's busy. There are many times I open a message and I forget to respond or think that I did respond. Lordy. Okay, so people are busy. They might not have seen the message genuinely. So a gentle follow-up is important. Hey, did you get a chance to see what I sent you? Hey, just circling back, seeing if you got a chance to think on what I tagged you in the other day. Simple follow-ups. More people will say yes instead of a follow-up than they will on the first message. A vast majority. In fact, over 80% of yeses happen inside of follow-ups. So follow-ups are so important. Okay. Now we're going to go to knowing the tools. Now we're going to quickly skim over the first 2 because we already covered them. How to use ACE. We went through that last video, and how to use Pages. Kind of just went over that, right? The Sip and Share and the Partner Preview. You're going to add them, tag them in those featured posts or videos, and message them afterwards. And then how to use events. So here on this team, we do both in-person and virtual events to help you launch. You get to pick what feels best for you, but these events help you launch and grow your business. So the key here is don't wait to feel ready. Don't, because sometimes you may not ever feel ready, and that's okay. A launch event gives you structure, support, and a reason to show up boldly. And on this team, we have proven proven methods of how to do an in-person event and proven methods of how to do a messenger party, which I'm going to explain what that is. It's a virtual event that is successful. Okay. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You just say, hey, enroller, whoever enrolled you, I kind of want to do this. I'm ready for this, right? They should also be checking in with you and going, hey, you ready to do something like this? It's so stinking simple. An in-person sip and social is a simple gathering to host kind of what we call a taste bar. Our products taste amazing. They're beautiful. That's where you share Bravenly. It's a conversation, not a presentation, not a slideshow, nothing too stuffy, where we have a system where your enroller can kind of walk you through one of these. And they're very, very effective. Very simple to do, very effective, and easy to do later on, even without your enroller. A messenger party is even more simple. It happens within 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute pre-written event that happens inside of Facebook Messenger. So you spend some time inviting people to this. I would say invite 20 to 30 people if you're hoping for 6 to 15 to show up. But they're going to, if they say yes, you're just going to say, hey, this is a messenger event. You're going to hop in this chat group. At this time, it's going to start. And then your enroller is just going to post a series of messages that teaches about Bravenly. It's already written for them. And then what you do afterwards is you follow up really well. So you invite, your enroller shares the information within a 20-minute window, and then you follow up with your friends. Hey, Susie Q, what'd you think about all that? I know it was kind of fast, a lot of information, but did any product stand out to you? Follow up is key in a messenger party. If you just invite whoever to show up and then hope that people order, it's not going to be super effective. You want to invite well, have the event, and then follow up well. And those are our events. All right, we're going to move on to the next topic on the next video. We'll see you around.